Dear students, today we are going to start history lesson 1, that is tracing changes through 1000 years. Let us know history. Indian history has been divided into three important parts, and those parts are ancient history, medieval history and modern history. In ancient history we'll talk about, which you have already read in class 6, about the earlier and the very old time. And in the medieval history in class 7 you are going to read the period of 700 AD to 1750 AD, and the modern history dates is the British time. Take a look at map. It was made in 1154 CE by the Arab geographer Al-Idrisi. The section reproduces here is a detail of the Indian subcontinent from his large map of the world. This geographer Al-Idrisi has almost made a complete map of the world, and this portion of his map shows details of India. Now, so whatever detail he had with him as per his traveling history, he had made a map of world, and this is somewhat the subcontinent of India. And there were some errors in his map, and those errors were like South India is where we would expect to find North India. So North India is always placed on the top, but he had placed North India somewhere at the bottom of the map, and Sri Lanka is the island at the top. You know, nowadays Sri Lanka, it is an island, but it is placed at the end of our country. But Al-Idrisi had made Sri Lanka on the top of our country, and the names of places, those are marked in Arabic. Next map you can see, this was made by a French cartographer in 1720. And you know what cartographer is? Cartographer is a person who draws and makes map. Now as you can see, this map is almost like the map we use nowadays. And even the names of the states and provinces, they are almost accurate as per his information. So it is appreciable that he again had made such a wonderful map without using advanced and latest technologies. He again had made this map only on the basis of his traveling. New and old terminologies. Terminologies means terms or words. Take the term Hindustan. When this term was used by Minaj Siraj in 13th century. 13th century means 1201 to 1300. He was a writer who wrote in Persian, and when he said Hindustan, he meant the areas of Punjab. This area is known as Punjab, and area of Haryana and Delhi, and the area of from here to up to here, this is known as the area of Ganga and Yamuna. Right? And he used this term Hindustan because India was occupied by Hindus. So in other countries, people used to know that there is a land, there is a region where a lot of Hindu people lives. So there was not a particular name of India. In various countries, people used to know the country India by various names. Some used to call it Bharatvarsha, some used to call it Jambudipa. Indica is also one of the name of our country. And in China and other southeastern region of the world, they used to call it by various names which were popular in their country. So there was not a common name of India at that time, and Hindustan came in 13th century. In the early 16th century, Babar also used term Hindustan to describe the geography, the fauna and the culture of the inhabitants of this subcontinent, means this country. Babar himself has written one of the book Babarnama, and where he had described this word Hindustan. It means in medieval period people had come to know that this Indian subcontinent as Hindustan, and this name had become popular in those days. In the 14th century, Again, poet Amir Khusro used the word Hind. He first time used the word Hind, not the Hindustan. Khusro, he was a very famous poet. Next term is foreigner. It is used today to mean someone who is not an Indian. Nowadays, we call foreigner to only those people who come from outside of India in our country. Any person who is not of India, we call them foreigner. Be it a Bhutanese, be it a American, be it a British, be it a French. But in the medieval period, what foreigner was used at, it was used as the term to give any person who was not belonging to that particular area or the village. Suppose some person when he used to come from other state, other region or other town in some village, the people of that particular village they used to call him foreigner or pardesi. So that time even the people from outside the village they were referred as foreigners. Nowadays, foreigners are only the people who are not the citizens of India, who come from outside India. Historians and their sources. In class 6 also in the first lesson of history you have read about the various sources what historians used to know about the history, and similarly they rely on coins, inscriptions, architecture and textual records for information. These are the various examples. By watching on these monuments and their remains, they come to know about the period of that. They come to know about. They come to know about the period of. They come to know about. They come to know about the period, and by watching, and by looking, and by coins, they come to know about the various ruling. Holy text means which are related to religion or gods or goddesses. Like Tulsidas, he has written Ramcharitramanas. It is the life story of Lord Rama. And similarly, Amir Khusro, he has written a book Ashika, and which is related to his religion. And next were Chronicles of the Rulers, means life story or the biographies of the rulers. Has written one of his autobiography known as Babarnama, and similarly Jahangir also has written one book known as Tujuke Jahangiri, and Humayunama was also written by his sister. So these are the books which are the autobiographies and the records about the life of kings, queens and the common people. And similarly the teachings of saints. There were a lot of people who were devoted to their religion, devoted to their gods. Such people are known as saints, which give out and carry the teachings of their religion to various places and spread it among the masses. You must have heard the name of Kabir Das because you are reading lot of dohas of Kabir Das in your Hindi subject also. So he has written lot of dohas during this medieval period only. Apart from this, petitions and judicial records and records of accounts and taxes were also kept and written. Manuscripts were collected by wealthy people only. Manuscript, as you know, these are the scripts which are written by hands, and only the wealthy people who can give money to the people who write them, only they can afford to make them write. And apart from the wealthy people, rulers, monasteries and temples, they had collected various manuscripts and they had kept it and preserved it. They were placed in libraries and archives. And archives are similarly, these are the government places where government keeps all the important and very valuable books related to the history. These manuscripts and documents provide a lot of information to history by reading them, and at the same time it is very difficult to preserve them because they are already in very poor condition. There was no printing press in those days, so scribes copied manuscripts by hand. Today we have printers and it can print out as many copies you want within 1 second. But during the medieval period there was no printer, so these people, they were known as the scribes. And you know what the work of the scribe? They used to copy from the manuscript, and that too by their hands. And what the manuscript is, in class 6 also you have read, manuscripts are those books which are written by hands, by the original writer. Suppose let us talk about Ramayana. Ramayana is being written by Valmiki, but a scribe can make many copies of Ramayana by copying down the content from Ramayana. But the original Ramayana will be known as manuscript, as it was written by the original writer Valmiki, and the copy of the Ramayana, it is made by the scribes. So a scribe will not write his name on these copies. As scribes copied manuscript, they also introduced small changes, sometimes a word here, sometimes a sentence there. So while copying down from manuscript, they used to make few of the changes as per their convenience, right? Sometimes they used to skip the word, sometimes they used to change the word, and sometimes they used to change the sentence also.